Well, hello friends and happy fall. I'm so glad you are here. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. And if you are a new visitor, I am Jacqueline Marie, and this is where we celebrate all things home and seasonal style. In today's video is part of our fall series, and we're bringing those warm autumn vibes right here into the kitchen. I will be decorating with cozy fall colors and little touches that make the heart of the house feel extra inviting. So grab a pumpkin spice latte and let's get started. Before we jump into decorating, I already went ahead and removed all the summer decor, so the kitchen is a blank slate right now. The countertops are completely clear off, which is always my favorite way to start. But before I bring in any fall pieces, I always like to give the counters a good wipe down. There is actually been a lot of dust lately because they are building houses right across the street, and somehow the dust still finds its way in, even with the windows closed. So a quick clean is a must before the fun begins. I usually use Clorox or Lysol disinfecting wipes. They work great and make the counters feel super fresh. Look at all this dust, and this is just after a few days. It adds up so fast. We built this cozy coastal cottage and officially moved in last January. It's been such a dream. Before this, we lived in a coastal town in Massachusetts, and fall there was absolutely spectacular. The crisp air, the colors, the feeling, it was magical. So this season feels really special because it's my first time decorating our new home for fall. Yesterday, I went through all 5 of my fall decor bins and picked out the pieces I wanted to use this year. I also grabbed a few new items to freshen things up a bit. If you missed it, I share everything in my recent fall decor haul video. I will link it down below in the description so you can check it out. For fall, I always love decorating with the traditional fall colors. I know the whole sad beige month trend is a thing right now, but it's just not for me. I'm all about those rich, deep tones. Think maroon, plum, and just the right touch of orange. Alright, the counters are all clean, and look who showed up. Stella decided to join me. She's always knows when something fun is happening. Now that everything is wiped down and ready, I'm going to start decorating this corner of the kitchen. I love to add texture to my spaces, so I'm starting with this wicker tray from IKEA. Then I'm using this gorgeous tray that I picked at Home Goods in Massachusetts, and I'm going to layer it with this adorable little lamp, also from Home Goods. Then one of my favorite touches is this small maroon pitcher I got during one of my travels to Europe. This is from Vianden Castle, and it holds so many memories, and the color is perfect for fall. Then I'm going to add these beautiful flowers in a mustard color that I got at Hobby Lobby. And adding this antique potato masher I found in Massachusetts. I love the deep brown color of the wood. As I was arranging everything on the tray, I felt like it needed a little bit more height and balance, especially for the lamp. So I grabbed this cookbook that I have that it has beautiful cranberries on the cover. Then I also brought a kitchen towel and some pumpkins. These pumpkins were from the Christmas tree shops back in Massachusetts. I miss that store so much. I was so sad when they closed down. Now that this corner is starting to look so cozy, and adding this adorable fall sign I found at Hobby Lobby. I just love how it ties everything together. Now next to the stove, I'm adding this small stand that I found at Michael's a few years ago. On top of it, I'm placing this gorgeous fall theme picture that I picked up at the Plymouth Plantation gift shop in Plymouth, Massachusetts a few years ago. To complement it, I'm pairing it with these beautiful fall florals that are from Michael's, and I'm putting this little sign that I think is either from Michael's or Target. On this side of the counter, I'm keeping the electric mixer, but to add some warmth and texture, I'm placing these beautiful cutting boards behind it. They help bring in that rich dark wood tone, and they also do a great job of disguising the wall outlet, functional and stylish. Next to that, I'm adding this container filled with my rolling pin and a few spatulas I use often. To soften the look and tie in the fall theme, and adding these gorgeous seasonal florals from Michael's, they really brighten up the space. I also found these adorable fall themed spatulas at Hobby Lobby, and I couldn't resist adding them in. They're cute, festive, and still totally usable. For a little extra touch, I draped this cozy kitchen towel over the mixer that is from Home Goods. And to finish off this little corner, I added this super cute pumpkin. It's made of a lightweight foam material, and you actually assemble it yourself. I found it at Hobby Lobby, and it's the perfect playful touch to complete the fall look. What do you think? And now we're moving to the other side of the stove again to add a little touch of decor. I'm adding a small cake stand that is from Home Goods, and on top I'm placing this simple container filled with sugar that is also from Home Goods. And to give it a little fall flair, I'm wrapping it with this gorgeous rusty velvet ribbon I got at Amazon. All of these pieces add a beautiful pop of fall color without overwhelming the space. The countertop still feels open and functional. There is plenty of room for cooking and food prep. It doesn't look like a store display. It feels warm, living, and intentional. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Now I'm adding these super cute kitchen towels from IKEA. I love the warm fall color, and the checker pattern brings in that cozy cottage vibe that makes the kitchen feel so inviting. It's a small touch, but it really pulls the space together. Now we're moving over to the kitchen island to add just a touch of fall decor. I love keeping it simple here, just enough to bring in those cozy autumn vibes without taking away from the functionality of the space. Next to the farmhouse sink, I'm placing this wooden riser from Hobby Lobby. On top of it, I'm creating a simple fall flower arrangement using this tin can from Michael's. And the florals with this beautiful rusty color, they're also from Michael's. To bring in a bit of nature and a playful element, and adding this cute little raccoon holding a pie. How adorable is that? It adds such a personality and makes the space feel fun and welcoming for the season. To complete the decor, I'm adding this pretty hand soap bottle I found at Home Goods. And next to it, I'm using this small plate from Hobby Lobby. It has this cutest little pumpkin design, and I'm placing my dish scrub brush on it. It's a simple, practical touch, but still keeps everything looking styled and intentional. I'm also adding this small bowl to hold my Scrub Daddy sponge. It's a simple way to keep the sink area tidy while still looking cute and put together. Little touches like this help keep the space practical without sacrificing style. I'm using this small wire basket that I drape with a kitchen towel, and inside I place some fall pears and mini pumpkins, and I'm placing it on this small counter next to the refrigerator, and I added this very cute container from Sarah Home. And lastly, I'm hanging this colorful door wreath from IKEA on my pantry door. It has such beautiful fall tones that really brighten up the space. To tie it in with the rest of the kitchen, I added the same rusty velvet ribbon I used on the sugar canister. Just a simple bow, but it adds the perfect finishing touch. It's little details like this that make the whole space feel pulled together and welcoming for the season. Now that we have finished decorating, let's take a little tour of the kitchen to see how everything came together. Let's light this yummy candle from Kirkland's and enjoy the kitchen together. There is nothing like that warm glow to make the space feel even more inviting. That's it for our kitchen fall decor. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and it brought you a lot of inspiration and ideas, please kindly subscribe, like, comment, and share the video. I'm Jacqueline Marie, and this is the Sea Green Coastal Cottage. See you in the next fall decorating video.